Holy crap. It just hit me. WrestleMania is literally next weekend coming up. Too big for one night. Saturday and Sunday. I've already gave my thoughts. The fact that it's going to be in an empty arena, or in this case, the Performance Center. Apparently, it's already being taped as we speak. And all that stuff, right? And I'm in the majority. Listen, again, I'm in the majority that felt that WrestleMania should have been postponed until June and all that stuff. But at the same time, and again, I don't want to be repetitive with this. We don't know until how long will this whole coronavirus COVID-19 thing last. We don't know. I'm hearing people say till July. Some people are saying till the end of the year. Who knows, really? We don't know. At this point, I can't fault WWE. I said that already. At this point, it is what it is. But at the same time as well, I listened to what Edge had to say on the Digital Spy, and you know what? He makes a valid point when it comes to not canceling WrestleMania and going with it as it is right now. And this is what Edge basically said to the Digital Spy, in quote, "This year more than any year, we are all in the midst of something we have never experienced before. The world really needs outlets." That's what Edge explained to the Digital Spy. Whether it's books, whether that is movies, whether it is just to be able to try and forget and laugh and have fun and remember what it is to be human. That's why we're doing this. There's one reason, that is the reason, again, why WrestleMania is still going on and not being canceled. And this is what he also wanted to say. As long as they try to be as responsible and as safe as we can, he has no issue with running WrestleMania. And if we can do that, and if people watch and can have fun for a few hours, then our mission is accomplished. It is a privilege, it is an honor, it is also a responsibility, and it's one that I know all of us don't take lightly. There's a reason the show is going on. Those are the reasons why. And again, when you hear that, it makes you think, you know what? It's understandable. I can accept that. Again, all of us right now are going through a tough time with this COVID-19 coronavirus. I know a lot of people right now that would love to go out to the gym, love to go, out to the mall and shop. I know a lot of people right now that just want to leave the house and go to work, but they can't. They're stuck at home right now. There's a lot of people right now who are not even getting paid. And it sucks right now. And again, you need something to let you forget about what's going on for a little bit and get a laughing. So for that, I commend Edge. I really, really do. When it comes to them going on with the show. And I guarantee you as well, when it's all said and done, years from now, when they do a history of WrestleMania, when it comes to WrestleMania 36, it'll be talked about. Oh, this happened, that happened. We'll never forget this and that. It's going to go down, believe me when I say that. That being said, listen, again, I look forward to the next weekend to see how all this plays out. I look forward to seeing it. Yes, they're taping WrestleMania. Yes, they're taping Raw after Mania. So we will not hear that rabid UK crowd that we all love and admire and all that stuff. We won't hear the soccer chant that a lot of you aren't big on. I love it. It's great, especially when you're there in person, when you've gone to a WrestleMania and you've experienced that crowd. It sucks. It really, really does. But the old cliche goes, the show must go on. This is your WWE Monday Night Raw review for March 23rd, 2020. I know I'm a day late. It is Tuesday right now as of this recording, March 24th, 2020. I want to thank all of you for tuning in today here on the YouTube channel. As always, it's me. It's Steve. Thank you all for watching. If you're new here again, hit that sub. Give the video a big old thumbs up. Follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. If you have not yet checked out this past Sunday's edition of Around the Point. It's up on the video archives of the channel where I gave my thoughts on one Braun Strowman and his ability, or his, for whatever reason, his mentality to look down on independent wrestlers who are going through a tough time. And while he's telling all of you to go get a job or change your professions if you can't make money and stuff like that. And so many other topics as well. Again, if you've not checked that out, go give that a listen or a watch whenever you have the time to. Now, I did watch parts of Raw. I finished watching it today. And I gotta say this overall, the show felt different. I'm not saying this show was amazing. I'm not saying that at all, but it just felt different in the way it was presented. Let's address the elephant in the room. The camera angle. They changed the hard cam. They moved it. So we're not seeing an empty crowd in the fucking arena, in the performance center, right? We're seeing the entrance and the wrestling, stuff like that. And it's funny because I'm mentioning this right now. But Tony Khan, that's right, Tony Khan from AEW, the AEW president, apparently mentioned this on Twitter. Apparently, Brian Alvarez mentioned that they moved the hard cam, to which Tony Khan posted a GIF, as you see right there. They moved the hard cam, and I guess Tony Khan decided to quote tweet, if you will, with a GIF, because you have that ability to do that now, right? With Twitter updating and shit like that. I'm something of a scientist myself. Now, I'm not sitting here and saying that, oh my God, Tony Khan came up with the concept of the hard cam being by the entrance area at a tough time like this, because I get it. Every promotion right now is going through a struggle, right? Right now, AEW and WWE are the two companies right now that are doing live shows or pre-tape shows, whatever the fuck you want to call it, with no crowd, while other companies are canceling their shows right now. But when you think about this too, again, it just makes Tony Khan look so like a money mark that people claim that he is. Especially when you're like quote tweeting Brian Alvarez of all fucking people. Like the Brian Alvarez of the world, the Dave Meltzers, the Mike Johnson, the Ryan Satins, that dork from Cincinnati who got his hair cut and shit like that. It just makes him look so cheesy. It looks like a fucking cornball. But that is around the point, okay? It is what it is. He's better than that. It's not like we see Vince McMahon, right? Like go on Twitter. I know he has a Twitter account. I know it's not him tweeting and shit. I know it's probably one of his representatives. I can imagine. It's not like we see 70-year-old Vince on Twitter, like tweeting on Dynamite. Can you imagine if he did? That'd be so funny. But that's around the point. And again, it's the idea that Tony Khan came up with that concept of the hard cam being moved and shit. Nah, Ring of Honor been doing that for years. Just saying. Ring of Honor has been doing that for years, but they're not getting the credit. Just saying. It is what it is. Anyway, guys, if you've watched Monday Night Raw this past Monday, guys, give me your thoughts in the comment threads below. Did you love the show? Did you enjoy the show? Even though it's probably been pre-taped already in the can and stuff like that. Give me your thoughts in the comment thread below, all right? If not, let me know on Twitter, @HeelSteven. So we kicked off the show with a promo of Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar, the WWE Champion. We all know WrestleMania, he's facing Drew McIntyre. And this is what Paul Heyman had to say in his promo, basically, right? Because, again, Brock doesn't speak. Heyman says we live in an uncertain time these days. Heyman will give us this certainty in Brock Lesnar. McIntyre can train as hard as he wants, but he will not beat Brock Lesnar WrestleMania. People will be talking for years to come about how the fight McIntyre will give Lesnar WrestleMania, but in the end, Lesnar will stay WWE Champion then, now, and forever. I thought the ending was catchy as shit. Then, now, forever. For me, at least. But again, he's hyping up the match. And again, at the same time, and I said this before, I'll say it again, you got to feel for Drew here. You got to really feel for him. Because you got to believe, yeah, he won the Rumble at Minute Maid Park. The crowd went insane, right? Back in January. And now here we are. The idea was, yeah, in fucking in Tampa, in that stadium, in front of those people. And that's not even happening. Now in an empty venue. And hopefully, again, they can make this work. I really, really do. Hopefully the result is still the same with Drew winning. But again, a good hype, good build up to this one. I look forward to their match. I really, really do. I don't know about you guys, but I think on these two guys, if given the right time and if Brock gives a shit, they can make this work. Yes, Drew will be suplexed around. Believe you me, that's bound to happen. But hopefully they're able to make this shit work. But I thought this promo, again, was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Again, it's Paul Heyman. Name me a Paul Heyman promo that you did not like. I'll wait. I'll fucking wait. We then had, after this, right, we had, apparently they decided to play a match from the past, a full match between Seth Rollins, John Cena, and Brock Lesnar from Rumble 2015. They played it in full. What I remember from that match, Lesnar, I guess they said that he broke a rib in that match when Rollins did a dive out the outside of the ring onto the announcer's table. I remember Cena doing a AA on J&J Security, and then Brock winning. Brock retained his title like it was nothing. That's what I remember from Rumble 2015. And then, of course, Rumble 15 in general, when Roman won and The Rock came out and they all booed. But people will say that's probably the best triple threat match. Maybe to a Royal Rumble as far as a championship match. I'll go even further. To me, when you think about the best WWE championship match for a Royal Rumble pay-per-view, to me the best one that I saw has to be right now, believe it or not. I know he can't say his name. I know it's forgotten, but I'll just say it. Rumble 2003, Kurt Angle versus Chris Benoit for the WWE Championship. That's my favorite, in my opinion. But it is what it is. I know we can't say his name. God damn it. Go watch Dark Side of the Ring. All right, that's around the point. But that's what they did to kill time here, because you have to kill time. You have to. Then we got a promo from AJ Styles. AJ Styles came out to the ring with the club. He said that he doesn't want Mark Calloway. He wants the Undertaker from yesteryear at WrestleMania. They made fun of Undertaker's age. They made fun of the video where him and Michelle McCool were with a tiger inside of a fucking pool or poolside, what have you, which I thought was like funny as all hell. But you kind of understand the concept behind the two. Saving the tigers. But yeah, Styles doesn't want that Undertaker. He wants the old school Undertaker, right? He wants the dead man, right? Styles says he's going to bring back the Taker of old by challenging him to a match that he's familiar with. A boneyard match. I never heard of that, to be honest. Maybe he meant a buried alive match. Then again, can you really bury someone in the Performance Center? I don't fucking know. A casket match, maybe. But a boneyard match. We'll see. But apparently also Styles wanted to say that Styles has plotted picked out for Taker. It's the same one his wife buried his career in, basically. So they're insinuating in a way that it's a buried alive match, which I don't think they could do in the PG era, which at the same time they can. Who the fuck knows? At the same time, though, I look forward to seeing how this shit will play out. In a perfect reality right now, we will see Mark Calloway, American Badass. That's what I want to see at WrestleMania. I do not want to see the dead man that we've seen for so many years. And listen, I get it. It's WrestleMania. The Undertaker entrance at WrestleMania has always been amazing, especially when you watch it live. I've been fortunate enough to watch Undertaker's entrance twice at WrestleManias. WrestleMania 29, WrestleMania 32. It gives you the chill. His entrance alone gives you the fucking chills. And it sucks now because what's going on, that entrance won't happen. But nonetheless, if you would have told me 10 years ago, when Styles was still, was he in TNA 10 years ago? Yeah, he was. If you would have told me 10 years ago, right, that Styles would be fucking wrestling, will wrestle The Undertaker at a WrestleMania, I would not believed you. I would have said you're full of shit right now. I would have said, whatever you're on right now, please let me have some. I would have laughed at you. But holy crap, it's happening. AJ Styles and Undertaker at WrestleMania. Shut up and take my money. Why the fuck not? After this, we get, I want to say, the first match of the night. We get a tag team match. Well, officially at the Performance Center, that is, right? If you want to count Cena, Rollins, and Lesnar from yesteryear, go on ahead. But we get the first match at the Performance Center for Monday Night Raw. We had the U.S. champ, Andrade Cien Almas, with Angel Garza. And they went up against Ricochet and Cedric Alexander. Apparently, they announced this as well that at WrestleMania, it will be the Street Profits versus Andrade and Garza for the Raw Tag Team Championships at WrestleMania. So the U.S. champion will not be defending that title. I believed, like many of you believe, that it would have been Mysterio versus Andrade for the title. But apparently Mysterio is quarantined right now. He's staying at home. He's not coming out. It is what it is. Fine. So I guess Andrade now being relegated to the tag team title match. Just fine, I guess. They should have a fun little match. They were, again, the Street Profits were on commentary. The match didn't really go that far. It went a commercial break, but honestly, it was a fine little match to have at the PC. I'll say this too, if you're not doing much with Ricochet and Cedric Alexander, make them a tag team. Make them a tag team. Why the fuck not? I'm all for that. Obviously, because again, Andrade and Garza are going to be wrestling the tag team champs at WrestleMania. You want to give them momentum, and they did. They got the win. Andrade did like his reverse, like spinning back elbow almost, or something like that, right? On Cedric Alexander. And that shit, and Cedric sold this shit like it was, like he flew out of a cannon almost, right? And the referee goes for 1, 2, on the third hit, he didn't hit the canvas. Like he hit the air. So he did, 3. So it was botched. It's fine. Corny as hell. But you know what, though? It is what it is. After this, there was a brawl, apparently. There was a brawl where the Street Profits and Andrade and Garza, again, they were going at it. And again, you want to give them the hype. Fine, it is what it is for WrestleMania. Speaking of the tag team champions, the Street Profits, after that, faced off against Shane Thorne and Brandon Vick. So what's cool about this, I'll say this since they're at the PC right now, use some of the guys that are at the PC, that are training to be on NXT, right? And give them some exposure. Even if they're being used as enhancement guys, because again, they're not going on the road for live Raw and SmackDown, so they can't use the local person from that town that they're in, or that city that they're in, as an enhancement talent. So they got to use their own talent from the Performance Center that's not on NXT yet as an enhancement talent. It is crazy to think that Shane Thorne, right, was on NXT a while ago facing Gargano. Think about that for a minute. This is the same Shane Thorne that wrestled Johnny Gargano a couple of weeks ago, like a month ago or so, on NXT. And now here he is jobbing to the Street Profits. Okay, fine. It would have preferred if you gave us people that we haven't seen before. Not someone that I've already seen, that I know what they can do and stuff like that. I'm just saying. Okay? But yeah, the Street Profits won. Gave them momentum as well as they go on to WrestleMania. They showed footage, apparently, of R-Truth having a referee drive with him, I guess, to Riddick Moss's neighborhood and pinning him to regain the 24/7 championship. That's fine. Whatever. Cool. R-Truth is once again the 24/7 champion. We then get from here a sit-down interview with Charlie Caruso, who looks beautiful as always. Looks beautiful as fucking always. With Shayna Baszler. And Charlie asked Baszler, hey, how will she conduct herself as champion if she is to win the championship at WrestleMania. Keep this in mind, the spotlight was on them, so it was dark with the spotlight and stuff. And Baszler didn't speak. She kept quiet. So Charlie then decided to, you know what, let me restate the question, right? She tried to restate the question, but Baszler then, yells at Charlie that she needs to just ask the question that she really wants to ask. And also she meant that, hey, because again, Charlie was afraid. Keep that in mind too. And Baszler said that, again, she's not going to bite. She's not going to bite her. Right? And then Shayna went on to say that, all she cares about is destroying people and winning the title from Becky Lynch, how she will destroy Lynch at WrestleMania. And what do you know? After this, someone hits Baszler with a chair. The light comes back on and it's Becky Lynch. And again, they're going at it, they're brawling, and there's that. Again, you got to hype up their match. They're in the ring. It's fine. I want to believe next week, though, we'll see, I guess, Shayna destroying the truck. But again, for what it's worth, though, I'm fine with this. Again, I don't know what's going to happen with this match. I want to believe that Shayna does get the win to show that dominance, right, that she has for a long time. But I would not be surprised, honestly, would not be surprised if Becky Lynch does indeed get a win. But we'll see. We'll see how that shit goes too, guys. Guys, give me your thoughts on that one as well here on Around the Point. After this, we get Aleister Black versus Leon Ruff. I believe Leon Ruff wrestles in Evolve. So that's cool too. Again, like I said before, I'm cool to know that we're getting guys from the PC, or hell, even guys from Evolve that, again, has that working relationship with NXT on television. Give these guys exposure. The match starts with, again, Aleister Black just not giving a fuck. Like, he did not want to be in that match. Right? He did not want to be there. He sits there with his, again, folded with his legs and shit. And Ruff was like, come on, let's go, let's fight. Let's go. So he goes to kick him. Black counters it, and then hits a black mass kick for the 1, 2, 3. Like, he didn't even break a sweat. And it's sad, too, because, you look at Aleister Black, right? And you would thought for a second, okay, him and Undertaker going at WrestleMania. But instead, they gave it to AJ. And here it's like, yo, WrestleMania, again, think about this for a second, okay? WrestleMania is literally next weekend. And you mean to tell me we don't have anything for Aleister Black? There is nothing for this guy right now. And it's 2 nights of WrestleMania. There's like 11 matches on this card. On 2 nights. You mean to tell me we don't have anything for Aleister Black? What the fuck is going on? That's a travesty. It's a fucking travesty. Just saying. We then get Kevin Owens coming out to the ring, and he calls out Seth Rollins. And Owens says that if Seth Rollins has something to say to him, to come out to the ring right now. And Rollins, what do you know, comes down to the ring and says Owens doesn't have home field advantage at the PC. Rollins says that the PC, the Performance Center, was built on his blood, sweat, and tears. Even though, again, Rollins never trained at the Performance Center like Owens did, right? Owens wouldn't have a history at the PC if Owens wouldn't have a history at the PC is because of Rollins right now. Because Rollins built it. Without Rollins, there is no Kevin Owens. Without Rollins, there is no one that is currently at the PC or NXT like a Johnny Gargano or Tommaso Ciampa, Undisputed Era. There would be no Women's Revolution. So basically, Rollins claiming all this that we saw is because of Seth Rollins, right? And without Rollins, there is no Kevin Owens. Rollins goes on to mention that again, he's had all this success at WrestleMania, winning the Intercontinental Championship. He mentioned how he became the Universal Champion by beating Brock Lesnar. He went on to mention also how he cashed in his Money in the Bank at WrestleMania. He's had all these moments at WrestleMania. He's even beating Triple H at WrestleMania, too. Don't forget about that one, too. He became the Kingslayer. While Kevin Owens doesn't have a WrestleMania moment. Hell, Kevin Owens was not even at WrestleMania 35. I forgot about that one. And I was there. Let that shit sink into. And he also goes on to say that even when Rollins is under pressure, that's where he becomes a god. And that's how they close the promo. So Rollins is going to go into God mode at WrestleMania. I can't wait to see this one. Cannot wait. You know what? Even though that they're not going to be in a stadium, so all the mystique is gone, I hope at least they have some entrances. That's what I hope. We'll see. We'll fucking see. After this, we got, again, they showed a replay from WrestleMania 34. Asuka and Charlotte Flair, where Asuka lost her to Charlotte Flair, and there went the undefeated streak. And after this, they had Charlotte Flair do an interview where she talked about how, again, Charlotte Flair had moments at WrestleMania. You know, ending Asuka's undefeated streak. Becoming the first WWE Women's Champion after retiring the Divas title at WrestleMania 32. How at WrestleMania 35, she was one of the 3 women that were in the first ever women's main event of WrestleMania 35 last year. And how she will make history again at WrestleMania 36 by becoming the first woman to win the NXT Championship at WrestleMania. Which is not bad. Again, you're hyping up her match. You have to, even though Rhea Ripley is currently on NXT. I would expect her to be there next week, but we'll see. I look forward to that match too. Like, even though, yes, it sucks the circumstances, it sucks the situation that WWE is in right now. Let's not kid ourselves. However, there's matches on this card that I look forward to see. Which brings us to the end of the show. The end of the fucking show. With Edge and Randy Orton. Randy Orton comes out to the ring. He comes out, he's about the stage, right? And Orton says that his actions over the last few months was an act of love. Unfortunately, it has been taken as an act of brutality. Orton says he lied to Edge last week. Edge isn't a junkie for the roar of the crowd. Adam Copeland is a junkie for Edge. Orton knows he was handed his shot in WWE. Orton may have been handed a shot, but Orton worked to win. Orton wasn't handed to him. Orton is where he is because the one thing that Edge says he has, grit. No one has much grit as Orton. Everything he has done because he loves Edge and his family. At the same time, Orton talked about how Edge is also considered the ultimate opportunist. So if you would have put Edge in Orton's spot, Edge would have done the same thing. And then he ends up with saying he accepts. And again, too, what I liked about this promo as well, he waited to say he accept. He paused for a bit, and then he said, I accept. And here's the thing about this too. Serious Randy Orton is the best Randy Orton. When he's serious, when he cut these promos, him being serious as fuck, I love it. I really, really do. Hell, I will go on record and say right now, this might be the match of WrestleMania weekend right now. The match of WrestleMania. Orton and Edge. I think they're going to go out there and have the match of the night. Hell, by default, the match of WrestleMania weekend. Prove me wrong. And you know what? We'll see what happens. But that was Monday Night Raw. Again, the idea that WrestleMania is literally next weekend. And it's already happened. It's been taped. It is what it is. Accept it for what it's worth. It's fine. Guys, give me your thoughts in the comment threads below. It's crazy to think, too, that, again, WrestleMania season, a lot of content creators, podcasters, YouTubers, what have you, would come out here and just bust out these videos, get people excited. And what's been going on, I have not seen that. Maybe there's some, but I don't feel the same energy like last year. But again, it is what it is. Guys, give me your thoughts in the comment threads below. Your thoughts on Raw from last night, from March 23rd, 2020, and all that stuff. Follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. Around the Point will be back live this Sunday. And all that fun stuff, guys. I'll probably do my predictions then and there. We'll see. All right. But yeah, guys, thank you all for tuning in. Again, if you've not checked out last Sunday's episode of Around the Point, it's in the video archive of the channel. All right. Where I gave my thoughts on Braun Strowman's comments regarding, what's this called? All the indie wrestlers that he just talked down on, how they should get jobs at a tough time like this if they have trouble making money. How they should change professions. And people don't realize that Braun Strowman was being paid to go to wrestling school. That's like giving a free ride to go to college while everyone has scratching claws. So fuck him. Fuck Braun Strowman. With that being said, guys, hate, comment, and subscribe. I am Steve, and this has been Around the Point. Peace out, dorks.